So, character profile.
Yes.
It's always a tricky one. And with my brain fog this week and Hori's antics of last night,
Oh, bro.
I was inspired by a very little known X-Men called Forgetmenot. Forgetmenot is a very, very curious X-Man. Jabi, as he's known, although we don't know his last name, first appeared in X-Men Legacy number 300 in March 2014.
Oh, okay. Very new.
And his mutant ability is imperceptibility, which essentially renders him impossible to remember.
Okay.
So, like, once you're not looking at him, you forget he existed.
Most objects in my life.
Targeting systems for like cyborgs and robots can't detect him. He's not actually invisible. He just can't be perceived by anything.
Interesting.
To the point where Professor X had to set a psychic reminder in his own brain to force himself to remember him every hour.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I believe he was used to retcon a number of things that didn't really make sense. Because people had like a skewed understanding. Sorry, I thought my eyes had gone blurry there, but my webcam's autofocus has gone. Hello. That'll grab me when it grabs me.
It'll fix itself.
So yeah, like I believe he was used as a bit of a tool to retcon some things that didn't quite add up.
Right.
But what's really interesting is when Professor X died, he became like validly so really depressed because now no one remembered him, and like no one would ever regularly remember him. So he essentially became like a hidden guard for the Xavier School.
Okay.
As in, he'd go patrolling around looking after the school, but like no one knew it was him.
Yeah.
To the point where one time a mutant girl was trying to get into the school, and the school's defenses were like had trapped her. So he took her place in the trap so that she could go, and he just stood there and went, "It's all right. The traps will forget me eventually," and they did. Like they forgot he was there, so they disengaged, and he was able to just walk away. However, his powers aren't like unbreakable, I guess is the right word. So psychics can kind of detect him.
Okay.
Due to like his brain signal, I guess. But even that doesn't last for long.
Right.
And they have to really focus on it just to notice him. There were robots on the helicarrier, the maintenance robots, that can remember him. For no apparent reason other than like they're designed to not be noticed. So like I believe the rationale was they're designed to not be noticed by anyone either, so they can notice stuff normal people wouldn't.
Okay.
But the main things is obviously if he uses supplies, food, paper, whatever, that does actually get used. So people can use that to kind of realize he's been.
Yeah.
And also when he's caught by a camera, it creates a weird kind of distortion field. Which the people who know of him, when they see that would remind them of him.
Right, okay.
But obviously the second they're not looking at that picture again, they'd forget him.
Yeah.
So like they can deduce that he's there even if they can't always remember him.
Interesting.
It's a very tragic character.
Yeah. It's kind of brutal.
Yeah, it really is. But it's also, I guess, kind of exactly what the X-Men are. They are, tragic. They've got all these brilliant powers, but if you look at them, a lot of them have really tragic stories. You've got Wolverine, who's lived through all of the world wars. You've got Rogue, who can't touch anyone she cares about. You've got Cyclops, who always has to look at the world through essentially like these rose-tinted glasses, despite seeing the darkness and everything. So it does kind of make sense, but at the same time, it's crazy.
Mm.
But yeah, that is our character profile this week. Forget Me Not.
I'm sure we'll get onto why that was
Yeah, we will.
inspired.